So, folks, this is Uncle Jesse in Chelsea, in the projects. I'm in the yard, what some people call the front yard. I used to always call it the backyard. I guess because I lived on 446, and to me this was the back. But anyway, folks, this is Uncle Jesse, and I do videos and I take pictures of Chelsea back, how it looks now, and I do a lot of research and I try to find pictures of how it looked before, so I could put up before and after pictures. Kind of hard to do. But I do my research. But I want to do this video today. I did this video earlier today about 21st Street and how 21st Street looked between 8th and 9th Avenue. And now somebody requested that. And now somebody requested a video and pictures of the front yard. And I did that for them as well. I love my family, my friends, and my fans from Chelsea. My heart is in Chelsea. My parents live in 264. My parents have been living here since the 50s. My father was in Vietnam in the Korean War. In the Korean War, toward the 50s, and that's when they moved in there. And I was born in 446, in apartment 3, while they were living in apartment 3F, I believe, 3F. And then we moved down to 2C. So part of my whole life, half of my whole life, the beginning of my life was spent in 2C, and then we moved to the 264, and I won't tell you where because my parents still live there, and I want to keep that anonymously. But anyway, folks, I just want to say that a lot of people brag about their neighborhoods being great and everything like that, and it might be true, but I think that Chelsea, to me, is one of the best neighborhoods, and the projects. I know people say, the projects are bad, these projects. I think that the Elliott Chelsea projects are one of the best projects in the city. Hey, you can hang me, but you can argue with me, but I think it's still one of the best projects. And it's gone through a lot of changes, and people have done things that, they do things that they shouldn't be doing and stuff like that. But in all, I think it's a good place. It's a great place to live. And, that's why I have a page called Chelsea in My Heart, because Chelsea will always be in my heart. This is where it all started for me. This is my history. This is my life. This is where I have my friends, this is where my life, began. So I always, great memories here in Chelsea. And you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know that, we played as kids in this yard. We played, I remember, in the ramp behind 426. We used to take a shopping cart and get into it and slide down the ramp. Oh my God, if I did that, I'd break a bone now. But it was all fun, folks. And we would run through the buildings and we'd play stoop ball and we'd play Ringo Lario 1 2 3 and red light, green light 1 2 3, whatever it was, or Johnny Ride the Pony. You remember that? Remember that, folks? It was such a time of innocence, such a great time of innocence that, it's not like it is nowadays. We didn't have computers, we didn't have video games, we didn't have none of that stuff. We had to go out and play and imagine, use our imagination, and we had to be kids. We had to use our imagination, and it was a wonderful time growing up in these projects. And we, like I said, we used our imagination. We were in the streets from day to night, and then we went home. We had great respect for our neighbors, especially the elderly neighbors, because we all knew each other. If you said something to a neighbor or you did something in front of a neighbor, they'll go and tell your mother or your parents, and you would get smacked. I know I would. I got smacked a couple of times when a couple of neighbors ratted me out, And I said to myself, when I get older, I'm going to get them. And hey, it made me a better person. Those smacks and those cocotazos, or they call them, upside my head by my parents, made me a better person. Made me a better man, and taught me how to respect my elders. We need that a lot nowadays, folks. We need that a lot. And I learned how to respect my elders and the people who lived in the neighborhood because we knew each other. We were friends. We were families. Some of us married, each other. The people who lived in the same projects. That's how close we were. We were a close-knit family. The Elliott Chelsea houses, one of the best ones, I think. Close knit, very, very. I look around and I see I come around and some of these youths of nowadays, they look at me and they go, "Who the hell is this guy?" And hey, I was here before you. When you were swimming in your father's, I was around. I was around. Great times in these projects. Great times, folks. I would definitely find, if I find a time machine, I would definitely go back in time to these projects, to when I grew up. Like I said, it was so beautiful, so people together. You know, we used to have block parties on 26th Street. We had the clay shop, we had the wood shop, we had the photography shop, we had the study den right here right behind me. We had the Hudson Gill. We had, in the summertime, we had Madison Felicia. We had Hudson Gill Farm. We had the Cadets by Mr. Johnston. We knew the cops that worked here. We knew Owens, we knew Johnson. We knew all these cops. We were like a family. You know, it's all changed now. That all's changed now. But those are great times, folks. The stores, Jimmy's, Pancho's, Joe's Bar in the corner, Grant's Bar in the other corner. Great times, folks. Great times. And we all grew up together as family. We grew up as friends. When we grew up, we didn't know anything about color. I didn't know anything about color. My friends were my friends. It wasn't my black friend, my Chinese friend, my white friend. It was my friend. That's who it was. We didn't know. We were innocent. We didn't know the colors of people. You know, black, white, yellow, green, brown. We just didn't know that. We grew up as one. We would play with each other. Hey, where you from? I'm from 446. I'm from 264. I'm from 288. I'm from 427. I'm from 450. That was it. The kid from 450. The kid from 446. The kid from 264. The kid from 420. The kid from 425. It wasn't the white kid, the Chinese kid, the black kid. It was the kid. That's the way it was, folks. Because we didn't grow up with that. We didn't grow up colors and all kind of other things. We grew up being from Elliott Chelsea houses. Wonderful times, folks. Wonderful, wonderful times. I wish that we could return to them. But time passes, right? And a lot of people made it out of the neighborhood. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't make it out of the neighborhood. Some friends that grew up with me are no longer with me, no longer with us. They passed away young, unfortunately. But we always remember where we came from. I always remember where I came from. I will always remember that I came from the Elliott Chelsea houses. And I'm proud to say that I am from the Elliott Chelsea houses. And nobody can take that away from me. And that's why I have a page called Chelsea in My Heart. If you can have a chance, go on YouTube and look it up. Because I love my Chelsea, I love my people. And I love everyone that has come from here. Somebody, give me a second here. So folks, this neighborhood was a unique neighborhood. It really was. Actually, I was just interrupted the video because I was talking to some guy who's been in the neighborhood for about 20 years. He told me 21 years. That's nothing. Some of us been here for a lifetime, and we continue to be here. So yeah, we had some good times in this neighborhood, and it just saddens me sometimes because some of us are no longer here. They've moved away, they've moved on, they've passed away. Things have changed a lot, and I understand that things change and you can't live in the past, but I like to come here once a week, visit my parents, and reminisce about the old neighborhood. And I get so happy when I see two people just came out of this building for 443. Her name is Carmen, and her husband used to sell, I know him for a long time, he used to sell newspapers on 23rd Street. And they've been together for a long time. They used to live in 446, and now they live in 443. And I like to talk to them, man. I stopped and I talked to them. And I like talking to people that, from way back, because it makes me relive those days. So I love to meet and I love to bump into people from way back, because it just brings me back. So folks, I love you guys, I really do. And I want to thank you guys for always, giving me good remarks and everything on the Chelsea page when I put on my videos and my pictures. I'm going to go back to work. I haven't worked in a year and 4 months, and I'm going back to work Monday. And but I'm still going to be around. I got sad yesterday because some lady said, "Oh, I'm going to miss your videos," and I felt like, "Oh, I'm going somewhere. Am I dying or something?" No. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for as long as I could, because Chelsea is my heart, and I intend to move back here someday. I hope. I hope. But I still have the connection to Chelsea because my parents, thank God, are alive, my mother and father. So I still have the connection to Chelsea. And I still come to Chelsea once a week to visit them. Well, anyway, folks, with that said, I don't want to make a long video because I know people don't like long videos. But anyway, it's starting to rain out here. But I love you guys, and for the bottom of my heart, to my Chelsea family, friends, and fans, this is Uncle Jesse. I love you guys. I love the old timers here, and the new people, and everything else that's about Chelsea, and about the Chelsea, Elliott Chelsea houses. Because Elliott houses were here first, and then the Chelsea houses. So let us not forget that. So a lot of people say Chelsea Elliott, but now we're trying to get into the habit of saying Elliott Chelsea, because Elliott was here before. Anyway, for those folks that are no longer with us, to those, may they rest in peace. And for those people who have moved away from the neighborhood, good luck. My blessings to you people. And hopefully this year we'll have another reunion. Last year we had a reunion outdoors. Hopefully this year we can get together, maybe back inside the Hudson Gill, I don't know. But looking forward to see you guys. And I love bumping into people that are from Chelsea. Anyway, this is Uncle Jesse. I love you guys, and have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, wear your mask, get vaccinated, please. And it's getting cold out here. Ooh, it's getting cold. See you guys. Love you guys.